Now it's time to start to build out the functionality of our website. And we want to do that by creating an app inside of here that handles all of the code that we're going to be writing from now on. So anytime you add something new to a Django project, you're adding an app, right? And if you go to the, let's see, where are we? Settings.py, you can see here are all the installed apps, right? It comes with a bunch of them already. One of them is this contrib auth, which stands for authenticate. So we're going to be using that. Messages, we'll use that. But now we want to build something else, so we want to add another app. And an app is an overused word. I know there's cell phone apps and iPad apps and everything's an app nowadays, so it's a little confusing, but just think of it as anytime you want to add something unique to your project, it's an app, right? Just sort of think of it that way. So head back over to our PowerShell and type in python manage.py. We'll do this a lot. And we want to start app. And what do we want to call this? Let's call it authenticate, because we're going to create an authentication system. Yeah, that sounds about right. So now if we ls, we see this authenticate directory has been created. So we can come back here to our Sublime Text Editor. And inside here, we have this new authenticate directory. And if we open this, boom, there's all kinds of stuff in here. We got views, we got models, we got all kinds of stuff. So the first thing we always do is go to our original app, settings.py right here. We need to add this new app to this list right here. So just type in authenticate, make sure I spell it right, a little period or a little comma there. And this authenticate is just this directory name right here. It's just this thing we just typed in right here. That's the name of our app, right? So type that in, save this file, we can close it, we're done there. Now the next thing I always do is create another urls.py file and add it to our new authenticate app, right? So I'm gonna right click and new file and Control S to save, and I'm just gonna call it urls.py. And I'm gonna paste in the same stuff from this our original urls.py. And we can get rid of this because we don't need the admin thing. And we can get rid of that. So I'm just gonna save this for now. Now, in order to make this work, we need to link it to our original urls.py. So come up here and we're gonna import also include. So now we need to point this towards our new urls.py. So let's go path. And then we want a root directory to point to include authenticate.urls and put a little comma there. So we save that. Now inside of our urls.py, we want to, from this directory, import views. And those are just right here. This is where we create the views. If you're not familiar with Django, this is where we actually create the views that handle the web pages. So this sort of points to where the web pages are, I guess. It's hard to explain. We'll show you in the next couple of videos and it'll be real easy to understand. And we're good to go. So now whenever we create a new page, we'll just add the URL pattern right here instead of in the main urls.py folder or file. That's just sort of best practices. Anytime you create your own app, you want it to have its own URLs so that it's just easier for modularity and things like that. So, okay, so now we are up and running. Our app is going. Now in the next video, let's create a basic web page so that we have something to look at besides this weird starter page. And we'll do that in the next